I'm Mattei from matteirealty.ca. This is another installment of Wednesday Wisdom. We're going to do a three-part series about documents involved in an offer process. This first part of the series is representing a listing via a designated listing agreement. I'll walk you through the forms literally that you'll see, generally just a listing agreement. In the next parts of the series, you'll see the buyer agency document described. And then finally, the agreement of purchase and sale as a three-part series. This is one of three. I hope you enjoy it and it's informative. We're looking at the listing agreement seller designated representation agreement. Why is it designated? Because you sign with the brokerage who is basically the agent, but within that brokerage, you have two designated representatives, could be more. Maybe it's a team of agents that represent you exclusively. Why is this different than when it was before? Before, if you were with royallepage to equity and another agent from to equity offered on your property, there was dual agency applied. In this case, with designated agents, only they can have dual agency if it's their listing, meaning they have the buyer and the seller. Okay, every contract has a start and an end date. You can see here that the date has to be acknowledged no matter how short or long it is. There's a sale price in letters and numbers. A Schedule A is automatic. There could be more schedules to the listing that set out more details between the seller and the listing agent. There's definitions, interpretations. Here's the big one, the commission. So a total commission of, this is what's going to go to the listing brokerage, who will then in turn pay a cooperating commission to the other party. So total, and then what are they paying the other brokerage? In today's market, the cooperating commission should be of a certain amount in order to attract attention. In addition to that, there's a holdover period as well. In this holdover period, should a buyer be introduced to the property by the listing agent, whatever this time frame is, after the listing expires, you're still obligated to contact them. Should the buyer come to you directly, say, wait a minute, I still have a contract even though it's expired with my agent, let me get a hold of them. Multiple representation deals with the limitations if a party represents both sides, an agent, of what they can and can't say to each party. In addition, should anyone approach you regarding the property, you must pass that information, a contact on to your buyer or seller agent, listing agent. Family law is important. If there's only one person on title, but it's a family home, the other party has to sign under the spousal consent section. And I will move back up here, moving down to this page. You can consent or not consent to having other agents contact you after your listing expires. Amazingly, even though it says does not on the listing, you will still be harassed after your listing expires, which is totally wrong. And you can set a complaint against those people or the agents that call. If you pass away, your estate's still bound to this document. E-signatures and e-communication are allowed. And you'll see here in bold, this agreement has been read and fully understood by me, I accept the terms. So you should be able to negotiate these terms with your agent clearly. And then finally, declaration of insurance. It's another added benefit of having a representative that protects against any issues or mistakes. And then both parties sign here, and there's a scope of work as to what will my listing agent provide, marketing, photos, etc. So that in turn is the listing designated agreement. And that allows a realtor or realtors to represent your home for sale, either on the MLS system or exclusively off the market. I'm Mattei. Stay tuned for another 2 episodes of this breakdown of documents. Have a great day.